Okay, so I feel like nepotism isn't spoken about when it comes to the glamour industry a lot more.
Yeah.
And it is it is real. It's a reality. I will not deny it because I have also experienced it. When I auditioned for projects in Bombay and then I realized, oh, someone else has been taken, and I know that someone got it maybe not through an audition, but because of their influence or for whatever reason. I know it's a reality. That said, this also happens in pretty much every other industry. Yes, ma'am.
The program is called Say What.
Say what?
Yeah, Stay, what.
Okay.
The show is called that. Yeah, here we go.
Say what with Manasa.
And today we start a new journey. And on my first episode of Say What with Manasa, I have someone I totally look up to. I have somebody I have enjoyed her company, and I usually call her the beauty and the brains because I have not known someone so real as her. And she is somebody so pleasant to be around with, and that is none other than ever so talented, ever so gorgeous, and also, I mean, super real. Simran Choudhary, welcome to Say What.
Hi, Manasa, you're a complete sweetheart. Thank you for such a beautiful introduction.
Thank
How
you,
are
baby.
you doing?
I'm doing good, and thank you for being on Klapboard. And how are you doing?
I am good. Thank you for having me. And this is the first episode. Oh my God, that's a huge honor.
I just wanted somebody who can talk their heart out, all honesty.
Yes, yes.
That is right.
I've had very limited human interaction, so this is a welcome change.
No, but you look gorgeous like always. But tell me, how has the lockdown been? What all have you done in the lockdown?
So the lockdown hasn't been very different from the kind of lifestyle I lead anyway, apart from the work bit,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
which is suffering, of course, as is the case with everybody else. But apart from that, I think it's been fine. I just got to hang out with my family a lot more, and I didn't really have to look for reasons to not step out. Like, I mean, COVID, it's the biggest reason there is, so there was no need to look for any excuse.
I love that about you. There is no more excuses, no more bahanas. क्यों बाहर नहीं आ रहे हो? Please, corona virus से दूर रहना है.
हाँ जी.
No, but tell me, you were quite studious and you had like a wholesome childhood. Suddenly, how did this whole beauty pageant thing come? Is it because that because of that reason that you took part in a little Miss something, when you were a little kid or something like that? Is it because of that Miss Telangana finalist title?
So everything that happened before Femina Miss India, I will give all of the credit to my mother because I was too young to realize what I was doing. But she recognized at a very early age that this daughter of mine loves being in front of the camera. She's a proper Nautanki, loves dancing. And yeah, so she decided that, okay, this is something that I think my daughter likes. So all of
Right.
my entire journey before Miss India was not really a conscious decision from my end. I was just doing things that made me happy. But
Right.
Miss India happened, as I think it happens with almost every girl who participates. It's to figure out a way to get into the industry because you don't really have a set path. I mean, you don't really have exams to write, or you don't have a university or an institute that you can join that will make sure you get a movie at the end of it. There's nothing guaranteed. So, yeah, I feel like Miss India is an organization that picks up girls from across the country and who don't necessarily need to have a background in the industry. So, it's pretty structured. The organization is structured in a way that helps you get into the glam industry, as most people call it. So I think it was just that, like step one into bigger dreams.
Yeah, but like I have known you, quite well, and when we meet you, nobody can guess that this girl would chase an industry like this because you are so real. There is no made up, side to you at all. And to think that you wanted to, enter the fashion industry and then inevitably the movie industry, movies were a part of the plan, or it was just a natural course of action?
Always been a part of the plan. For me, movies have been my only plan. Everything that comes with it is something I'm learning to deal with now, which is why I think it's taking me a lot of time. And like you said, I like to keep it real. And I like to do things that genuinely make me happy. And I know being in front of the camera, the time between action and cut is what makes me happy. Everything that comes with it is just something I have to, take with a pinch of salt, I guess.
And then Hum Tum happened.
Yeah, oh my God. Yes, it's been 8 years now since that.
You look like a school kid. You look lovely, but literally like a school kid in Hum Tum. Do you realize that?
Yeah, I remember I would take my books to set. And when I wasn't shooting, it wasn't my shot. I was studying because I had my exam to write. So basically, Hum Tum was just for my parents to understand if I can pull off a movie. I mean, if I'm choosing to make this my career, they wanted to see if she can really do this, which is why it was more of a try and see if she can do it. And if she is really bad in front of the camera, then let's maybe, move her to another career. So the intention behind sorry?
The litmus test.
Yeah, exactly. It was that. So it was just to see if I could do it. And I could, the 30 days of shoot that I had to undergo. I think I had a great time, and my parents realized, okay, she can do this. Even if it's for 30 days, she can do it without cribbing. So after that, I first moved back to my education. I finished all my degrees and all of that. And then I worked at a company, a corporate company, D.E. Shaw and Company, for a year. And then decided this is not my true calling, and then moved back to acting, and then Miss India happened.
Wow. I mean, some journey, I tell you. I have met certain actresses, I've been friends with certain actresses, and they are as real as anybody, as real as me or any other girl next door. It's just that their job is glamorous and glitzy, and you fall into that background, that bracket. For sure. Yeah. But when you think about the industry, there is a certain amount of marketing required. There is a certain amount of image, consultancy that's required. Do you feel the need for it, or do you ease yourself into that also quite easily? I mean, or does it, is that a challenge? How does it work for you? That part of the industry.
So I won't say it's something that comes very easily to me. That said, it's true. Things like this happen. And it's also because people, when they look at us on screen, there is an element of, I don't know, it's mysterious for them to not know each and everything about our life. And that, I think, helps in building, the element of mystique, as they call it. So that, I think, is very difficult for me, because I am like this person who is like an open book. When you talk to me, I'm just, what comes to me, there's not going to be a billion filters, and I'm thinking, oh no, but what if they take it like that? What if they take it like that? So that is something I think also changing with the new generation that is coming in, also because we have social media now, and you can't do anything but keep it real. Like when you're talking to your family, you're interacting with them on a live session, there's only so much you can talk. I mean, you say what comes to you, right? So I feel like that part of the industry is also changing. Back in the days when there wasn't social media and where there wasn't enough interaction, the element of mystique could have been upheld. But now I feel like, everything about your life is out there. So like that element, it's very difficult to, I don't think it's required also. I don't think
but I love your life. I absolutely am in love with your life, because you're pretty much doing everything. You are being a badass chick who's going on a road trip with your friends. You're playing with your dog. You're doing your yoga. You're doing your dance. You're reading your books. What does Simran not do? I wanted to ask you. Growing up, it's pretty much a bit of everything. What was Simran like growing up? It's like you're a mistake. He
wasn't laid back. If I could go back and talk to my younger self, I would say, just take a chill pill. You don't have to do everything. I had classes from 5 in the morning. Like my days were mad. I would not breathe for a second. It was that hectic, and I enjoyed it. I was never under pressure. I genuinely enjoyed it. I had my horse riding classes, my basketball lessons, my dance, and then my school work, and then my homework. Yeah, so it never bogged me down. So if you ask me what I've not done, I've not laid back and taken a chill pill. So now I'm making up for all that and going on multiple vacations.
If I were to be a guy who would so hit on you, here is a chick who is into horse riding and Bharatnatyam and reads and does road trips, and who's pretty much, chill and grounded.
Guys, are you watching this video? I don't know why there isn't a long line. I mean, people keep saying there must be a line na आपके घर के बाहर. I'm like, ये line कहाँ है? हमें तो नहीं दिखती.
I'm sure there is a line which you choose to ignore. But I want to play a fun game with you because I know you love dancing and you dance every day. So, this is going to be super fun. Huh? No, I'm not going to make you dance. No, you're going to be sitting around, but you're going to give me different expressions, okay? So when I say the word or the phrase, you'll just change your expression accordingly to whatever I say. Is that okay?
Okay, I'm going to try. Okay. Let's see. Also, this is not video, guys. This is the first time I'm hearing of this.
Yeah. Okay. Your dog. What is the expression?
My?
Dog. Your dog.
Ollie.
Oh.
Right.
Cooking.
Cake.
Cooking.
Cooking. What do I say? Cooking. Learning. So I'll just be like.
With full ada and all you have to do, huh?
I'm really full ada. Like, okay, you want me to cook? Then I'll start cooking. I'll do it properly. And I'm just adding a little salt and I'm.
Oh, good Lord. This is fantastic. Coronavirus.
Yeah, that was my reaction. We wanted to pull my hair out.
All of us do.
Math?
Oh, okay. Me too. I want to do this and this.
I love
mathematics.
I love math. Yeah. I love numbers. I'm like the calculator.
Okay. I'm just the opposite. I can't calculate my own percentage. I need to spend more time with you.
You do.
Diet. That is so cute. Okay, let's pick an actor's name. Mahesh Babu. Every one of us. Okay, this is very important. When someone's hitting on you, what's your expression? I have to hide my face and run away. Okay, awkward.
Sometimes I'm not awkward. Sometimes I'm I'm very straightforward. So like I will tell them. Sometimes I won't get it and I'll be like, wait, are you hitting on me? And then the person gets all, yeah. And I'm like, look, I'm not in that space right now. Or, so I'm very straightforward. So I'll say it and I'll just make sure the other person's not feeling too bad. And then I'll say, okay, cool, bye. And then
that.
Yeah.
But I got to know you through Nagarani. That is when I met you, during the promotions time, and that was a great movie. It was one of my favorites, and I went all out to promote that movie because I was in love with the movie and the cast and crew and all of you all. And tell me how Nagarani happened, how Tarun happened, because I know you all are very tight as well, the whole group.
Yeah, the Tarun camp. So how it happened, I heard of an audition call.
Okay.
Tarun, the team had put out an audition call, and a friend of mine who was going to direct his own project that I was going to be a part of didn't work out because I was going for my pageant. But he called me and he said, look, now that you're back and my movie is not happening, but there is a project Tarun's directing, why don't you go in for an audition? I said, lovely, I would love to. I had seen Pelli Chuplu and I said, yeah, I want to work with him. So I went in, I gave my audition, and then luckily for me, they asked me to audition in whatever language. They said, they didn't even give me like a script. They just said, this is the description, do it however you want to do it. Right. So I mean, I did, and there were 2 rounds of auditions. I met Tarun, and he said, we love you. I think you've got a great presence on screen, and you're on board. It's just that. And I remember, he told me, do you want to read the script? And I said, yes, I would like to. Also because I like reading. I sat in the office. They gave me a hardbound script and I read, and I was the last person to leave the office that day. because everybody, I mean, they were all running late and they were like, we're heading out. I said, cool, you guys leave. I'll just finish the story. And I read the
Ah,
entire script. Called Tarun, said it's beautiful and I want to do it. So that's how it
ah.
happened.
But the character was not very Simran, if I may say so. The
Yeah.
character was not very Simran. There were not many similarities between you and the character, and you just fit in really well. I mean, how did you process it in your mind? I mean, what were you thinking while playing that character?
I think in this movie, I have definitely been a director's actor, particularly
Yeah,
in this film, because Tarun knew exactly what he wanted. So he will,
right,
and he's not someone to, he will give you the space to perform, but he will make sure you understand what he's expecting out of you. So he'll explain the
right,
scene to you, tell you this is what the girl is feeling, this is what is the backstory, this is what needs to be
right,
the outcome of the scene. So just put yourself in that place and figure out how you would do it. And
right,
that's,
right.
yeah, that's how the movie happened. It was very organic. I don't remember butterfying lines, as they say, which is a lot of Hindi also that has come in because it was sync
Yes,
sounds. And
the
dub
sing
the
sound.
movie. Yeah. So I think Tarun gives you the space, but he also makes sure his actors understand what is expected out of the scene. So I think that
Right.
just helps. Yeah.
And for all of you, the movie exploded. I don't know how much of it, you guys expected, but the movie exploded and how it was so well taken. It was a rage. What changed after the movie? Tell me that. Did anything change at all?
I think the movie grew on people. The more they saw it, the more it kept growing because people even today make memes out of the chai banana aata scene and
Yeah.
other scenes. Yeah. So people, I feel like it's still growing on you. It's a movie that I think will be remembered for sure because people still watch it. They message me and they say, we're watching this movie for the 50th time again today. It's not a movie that you get bored of. It's very
Yeah.
relatable. It is the
Ah.
kind of conversations you have in real life with your people. It's not extremely cheesy and movie like. It's not super dreamy कि ये तो movie में ही होता होगा भाई नहीं real life में ऐसा होता है, which is why I think people could relate so much, which is why people have still been watching it and will keep watching it also.
I still remember when I was talking to Suresh sir about it. Suresh sir had told me that, I think all their lives are going to change after this movie. And he was so confident of you guys. This is exactly what he told me. And that was my promo, when I was playing it. Suresh sir actually said this, and I was so happy when he said that. Now moving away from work, I really I like asking actresses this, and mostly when it's radio interview, it's always work content. And I want people
Yeah.
to know this side of an actress. And people think it's so easy for an actress to date because she's an actress and she belongs to this super fancy industry and she's surrounded by good looking men. It isn't like that. I think for actresses, it's all the more hard to date and find the right guy. What do you want to say about that?
Uh, so in my case, I think it's extremely difficult for me to find a guy because of the kind of men I live with. My
Oh, that's a cool.
my father, they've set super high standards. My brother is someone who can get his way around any situation. And my dad is also very handy when it comes to things. Like we never really have to call like an electrician or a plumber or anybody at home. Everything in the house is fixed. And I just look at the two of them and I'm like, I don't see men like you anymore. I mean, the kind of men I have in my life, the friends I know, they're beautiful, but I don't know, you guys have set extremely high standards. So I think from that point of view, it gets very difficult because of the kind of men I have in my life. And if I have to speak from what you said about actors finding it extremely difficult, we meet a lot of people on a daily basis and we make a lot of connections, but
Yeah,
you need to realize most of them are just acquaintances. It takes
true,
a lot you to build a connection that is worth, I mean, that can turn into a potential relationship, and that takes a lot of time. And we're never with
true,
someone from the industry for that long. Like you work on a
true,
project in 2 or 3 months and then you move on to another project. Like you
true.
understand. In a
Yes.
professional, it sometimes gets very difficult to build connections that are extremely real and the ones that can last. And it takes a while. That said, you can make friends in the industry. I haven't made any friends that can turn into potential relationships yet. And I'm also someone who, I don't know, if in my partner, I think I don't want to bring back work home. So if we both belong to this industry, I think it can get a little tricky. That said, never say never. So you never know what might happen. But
True.
yeah, it's something I've always believed.
High five. I would never ever date somebody from media. Tell me something different. Let's have some variety in life.
I like your topic, Django.
Yeah. But tell me what's happening next. Is there anything in the pipeline? What's happening next, upcoming?
Unfortunately, there hasn't been any official announcement made, so I can't go out and say it. But fingers crossed, by the end of the year, I think there might be a bunch of things that I might be able to share with all of you. And I'm just, fingers crossed, I'm just waiting for that to happen.
And I'm going to ask you a very controversial question right now, which is everybody is talking about nepotism. And on my show, I go on air and I actually sometimes feel bad now there is a new phrase called Nepo kids because they're just getting attacked. But when the whole nepotism debate arises and you are an outsider and I know you are the farthest thing, away, you're away from all of this. Yeah. What is your take on it? What have you got to say about it?
Okay, so I feel like nepotism isn't spoken about when it comes to the glamour industry a lot more. Yeah. And it is real. It's a reality. I will not deny it because I have also experienced it. When I auditioned for projects in Bombay and then I realized, oh, someone else has been taken, and I know that someone got it maybe not through an audition, but because of their influence or for whatever reason. I know it's a reality. That said, this also happens in pretty much every other industry.
True.
Now, see, from a director or a producer's point of view, when you come to think of it, it's very difficult for them to also find talent because there are so many kids. It's impossible for you to audition so many of them. Like, you understand? True. So I feel sometimes they feel like, हाँ हमारे घर की बच्ची बैठी है ना, इसी को ले लेते हैं. I feel like that's where they come from. So I know it's a reality. I don't like spending too much time thinking about it because it's something that's not in my control. So if it's not in my control and if I can't change it, then I probably should not think about it and let it bother me or bog me down. So I know it happens, to each their own. But yeah, I think you just have to live with it. And that is what I am doing. I mean, luckily I've been getting enough work and I've been working with some amazing people. Not let bother your work and just keep at it. My dad keeps saying this one thing, bash on regardless. That's what is like the motto of my life.
You can't let it drive you, You can't let it, register, change what you can and move on, right?
Move on, right? Yeah, if it's not in your control, what are you going to do? Like you keep there are people, the ones who are doing what they're doing, great, you do it. But like I know in my position, I can't really change anything in that department. That's it. I can do work with people who are probably not from the industry or who are new to the industry. And if we can grow together, then yeah, that's what I'm going to
do. But I know Simran lives her life the king size, to its fullest, and I keep seeing, you do whatever raises some curiosity in you. You like I said, I'm in love with your life. Yeah, that's the kind of wholesome life people should have. So I'm pretty sure there must be some funny stories even on the sets, because you're not to stay away from fun or musty or whatever. Tell me, something is happening that stands out in your memory.
There are multiple things. When I think of it, because I get along with all my co-actors. And especially with the Nagrani ki team, all of us were young. We're pretty much of the same age. Abhinav is around you. There is no way you can't not be laughing. Right? So, yeah, multiple things. But if you ask me one particular thing, I can't really think of. Yeah, I can't point out in one. Okay, maybe, I don't know if you remember the scene where I had to slap Vishwak. Yeah. I was very sensitive about going full out, and he was like, "No, you should totally go ahead and do it," because he is someone who he works like a method actor. He's like, "No, slap me, because unless you do, I'm not going to feed it, and my reaction nahi aayega." I said, "Vishwak, I look like a really, fragile person, but I'm not. Trust me, it will be hard." And he said, "No, please go ahead." And I remember the first slap, and also because it was sync sound,
Yeah.
Nobody was supposed to talk. Nobody who's behind the camera is supposed to talk. And I slapped
Right.
him. And our
Right.
cinematographer, Niket, he just went, oh. And we couldn't use that take because it scared
Ah,
everybody upset. And we had to stop shooting for about 20 minutes because poor Vishwak's cheek became red. I mean, he took it like a sport. He was amazing because even after that, when we started, he said, I want the same intensity. And I'm just like, Vishwak, are you sure? Because I feel bad. Yeah, so basically, he anyway took it like a sport. And I think that was really funny. Because Niket is someone on set who'll always ask everybody to keep it down. And he's just like, shush, everybody.
right.
And then for him to, do that during a take. And we were all like, Niket, it happened to you. So yeah, I think that was
That's
pretty
getting
funny.
slapped by Choudary. What?
I'm not someone who likes slapping. So yeah. But because Vishwa was a sweetheart and he said, trust me, I will not mind, just do it. And I said, okay, it happened.
No, but tell me this: what kind of movies do you watch in your free time? Are you like a big movie buff or series? What do you like watching? Some of your favorites?
I love watching everything and anything. The last series that I watched was Schitt's Creek. I don't know if you've seen it. It's amazing. It's very
Oh,
hilarious. It's very funny.
I'm not seeing.
Apart from that, I recently picked up. I've been watching a lot of regional content as well. So a lot of Tamil movies, Malayalam movies. I watched Kumbalangi Nights. I don't know if you. Then there was a movie, Helen, that had come out. Capella that had come out. Beautiful movie. So I've been watching a lot of that stuff lately. And apart from that, one genre that I can go back to after a long day, something just to unwind, I think it would be a romantic comedy. Nothing
Yeah,
like a Notting Hill or
Roman Holiday or Love
yeah. Anything with Julia Roberts in it, yeah, stuff like that. Stuff like that is something.
Oh,
The
that's so
Intern,
cool. That's
beautiful film. I loved it. If someone ever
and
makes a remake, I know they're doing it in Hindi, but if in Telugu they're making it, please guys think of me, the intern. I would love to do it.
you'll be perfect in intern actually. Let's hope
Yeah,
somebody's watching this.
yeah. So guys, please put in a word.
But if you had to give out one recommendation that you saw during the lockdown of the series, what would that be?
Series? I would say
Yeah.
Schitt's Creek is very funny. Apart from that, one series that has always been a favorite is Friends. I
Oh,
watched it again during through the lockdown. I think for the 10th time now, and it's 10
right.
seasons. And it's not enough. Trust me, it sounds like a lot, but it's not. So if you've not seen Friends, please stop watching this interview and go watch
You can't
Friends.
be my friend.
Yeah, you can't be my friend if you've not seen Friends. So that's like my all-time favorite. And Money Heist was another show that I saw, which was pretty nice. The writing is beautiful again. So that's
It
one
was
you can.
amazing. Yeah, it was a good one. Good one. I've been watching so many series, so many series. But I also want to ask you this. You read a lot,
I do. I try. I do. Yes. So
and
yeah,
and
you
you love
can.
broccoli and such serious stuff.
Look who's talking, says the person who recommended Milan Kundera to me. Wow.
No, but I really, sometimes what happens is things. This is the myth. I don't know. Maybe you'd want to bust this myth. People say, especially in this industry, when you come across to nerdy, geeky, or maybe quite intellectual and well read and all, there are times it might work against you. Is that true?
I mean, it's not worked against me so far. I've had beautiful conversations with some people over books and, stuff like that, about books. And I feel like books have only helped my personality become the way it is now. And it also helps me in my craft because there are things in real life that you've not experienced that you can vicariously experience through books and
True.
their characters. So stuff like that always helps. So it's never really worked against me. And I've not met anybody yet who would have a problem with a woman having an opinion.
I would want
And
to be their friend.
yeah, like I think, we're living in times where everybody and anybody has an opinion.
Has an
So
opinion. Yeah, true, true. But tell me, you make it sound so easy, Simran. You make it sound like everything just happened. I just happened to be there. I'm like Forrest Gump. I'm sure it was very difficult. What was the biggest challenge?
still is difficult. I think the one thing, because growing up, like I told you, my schedule was always packed. I've never really experienced anything uncertain in my life. And then I decided to be part of this industry. Just our middle name is uncertainty. So I think one thing that really bothers me about this job, but is also the best part, is the fact that you have to constantly keep looking for work. You audition for a project, and then you meet the people. You have all of your interviews, like the basic lineup, and then you're a part of the project, and then the project ends, and then you have to start looking for another one. So I know it's exciting as well to be able to play multiple characters, and it's always new and it's exciting, but it gets tiring when you have to start the process again and then look for another project. And I think the no stability part of the industry really bothers me
Oh,
sometimes.
I get
Yeah.
that. I so get that. I so get that. But I want to play a quick rapid fire round. But before I play a quick rapid fire round, something just suddenly struck me. You are always composed and always chill. Is there a time when Simran Choudhary loses her cool and all hell breaks loose?
I do. You should have this conversation with my mother, because when I get angry, you don't want to be near me. I'm
What
not going to
happens?
be like I don't know, like imagine a cartoon with her hair all out, and then those electric, I don't know, those little Z-shaped thorns coming out of my head, and then my ears have gone red, and I'm just fuming. That is Simran
Oh my
when
God.
she's
I want to be the fly on the wall. I want to see that
angry.
happening someday.
You don't want to. Trust me, you don't want to.
I want to play a quick rapid fire round with you now. All right?
Yeah, let's do
Okay. One movie that you have seen zillion as an
this.
actress.
Which drives me as an actress. Uh, 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 okay, does okay. The drives me as an actress part I don't know, but one
Okay.
series that I've repeatedly seen is Friends, and another movie that I really like, and people might kill me for it, is Ae Dil Hai Mushkil. I genuinely like that film. I do.
It's
Yeah.
horror, no?
No, Ae Dil Hai Mushkil. Did you say it's horror?
I didn't hear. What movie did you just
I
call
said
out?
Ae Dil Hai Mushkil. Ae Dil Hai Mushkil.
Mushkil. I heard it some street.
No. Yeah, so that film, I do. I keep revisiting that film. I don't know
I
why.
love that movie. I don't know why would people give you flag for it. I love that movie. It's my favorite Karan Johar movie, in fact.
I could also, I think I would also go to the extent and say that. I think the writing is lovely, and
Yeah.
just something about that movie. It's just warm to me. So
It has soul.
yeah, definitely.
And
That's
a
one
song that
movie.
you're listening on the loop, listening to on the loop on your phone.
Okay, there is a song called Uire. It's by Sid Sriram, and I think it's a Malayalam song. And I am
Okay.
obsessed with that song. So that is the one that I've been listening to on loop.
You had me at Sid Sriram.
Oh yeah, you love him too?
Oh, absolutely. I don't even
Nice.
understand the language. I keep listening to his songs.
His voice is magic. It is.
Truly, truly. One thing Simran Chaudhary should stop doing, a habit that she should get rid of.
They're overthinking. Yeah, because you create problems that don't exist in the first place. Just stop. Yeah, just stop.
I,
That
I
would be
do
nice.
the same. One thing which is not allowed inside your kitchen.
No, it's not allowed inside my kitchen. Think.
Looking at your face, I should ask you what's your favorite cheat food instead.
What's my favorite street food? Pani puri any day. I love pani
Because
puri.
same
Yeah, and
here.
I missed it during the lockdown because my mom made it for me pretty much every week, because that's how much I love it. So yeah, and she makes the puris also at home. She's badass.
So cool. So cool. Thank you for making me feel the way I do right now.
Come home, I'll treat you.
This is one invitation I'm going to take up. I'm definitely
Yeah,
I'm going to come home for Pani Puri. Huh?
yes, done.
A director that you are craving, you're dying to work with.
Sanjay Leela Bhansali.
Oh!
And if you know me, you know that. Yeah. He's someone I refuse to die. The day Yamraj comes to collect me, I'll be like, excuse me, I still have to work with Sanjay Leela Bhansali. The day I'm done, you come and pick me up. And that's how much I want to work with him.
That'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. And I have my fingers crossed. But tell me, which is that one actor you're dying to work with?
One actor that I'm not dying to work with, but I think Farhan Akhtar is someone I really like.
Yeah. That'd be so cool. Do you want to be invisible?
Only Hindi actors ki name. I think in Telugu, Advi Sesh. I think he makes a lot of good cinema. And he's someone I would want to do.
Very real movies, the pace is amazing. Advi Sesh's movies. Yeah. Do you want to be invisible, or do you want to be able to read minds?
Able to read minds or invisible? Yeah. No, read minds. Like it's too hard for in a room where they're having a conversation and then eavesdrop and be like, oh, this is what they're talking, or just be able to read their minds. Like it's so much easier.
That's easy. Awards or rewards?
Rewards.
If you have to describe yourself in one word, what would that be?
If I had to describe myself in one word?
Yes.
No, I can't describe myself in one word. You would help me. You know me enough to be able to answer this form.
I think wholesome.
I like it. I won't stick to it. I'm sold.
Oh, it was such a pleasure talking to you. I mean, thank you so much for being on Say What on Klapboard. But before I let you go, a few words or a piece of advice for all those aspiring actors out there. What would you want to say, Simran?
Love your craft. Because everything that comes with the industry will make you think twice. Just have genuine passion for your craft and you will get by. You will just sail. But it'll work out. Just make sure you love your craft. And if you don't, then I think this industry might not be the answer for you. If you genuinely love the craft, give it a shot.
Of course, you can't be half-hearted and be here.
You can't be half-hearted in this industry. Trust me, you can't.
But it's always lovely chatting with you, talking to you, and so lovely you are. I don't just say that because I'm here in front of you, because I genuinely feel that way. Just stay the way you are, and I'll always be your cheerleader.
Oh, the feeling is mutual. I love you. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We'll take one picture like this. If you can hold it for 5 seconds, this will be the cover story.
7 times in the interview.
We're spreading love.
Comment, share, like, subscribe to Klapboard Production.
Hi, this is Vijay Devarkonda. Please subscribe to Klapboard Production.
Hi guys, this is Advi Sesh. Subscribe to Klapboard.
Hi everybody, this is Rashmi. Subscribe to Klapboard.
Hello everyone, I'm Nandini. Please subscribe to Klapboard.
Don't forget to subscribe to Klapboard.
This is Vishwa. Subscribe to Klapboard.
Please to subscribe on Klapboard. This is Nitya Shetty. Subscribe to Klapboard.
Please subscribe to Klapboard.
Hello, this is Sandeep Reddy Wanga. Please subscribe Klapboard.
Please subscribe Klapboard.
Hi guys, name me Hemachandra. Please do subscribe to Klapboard.
Hi, I'm writer Prasanna Kumar Bezwada. Please subscribe to Klapboard Productions.
Subscribe to Klapboard Productions.